And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, building expert advisors for the MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 platforms, and just in general becoming a better trader. I share this on this channel so you can become a better trader too, and if you take notes and might be able to learn something, might be able to teach me something. Who knows? In the comments. I'm certainly open to learning new things. And in Forex, there's always something new to learn. So with that, you can also learn how to lose money too. And I don't recommend doing that, but there are risks involved with Forex trading, and this is what they look like. They go something like this. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. I have held NFA registration in the past. I do not, where is it? Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. The CFTC risk disclosure goes like this. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And anytime I say mention a trade or a possible trade, please understand that is only my humble opinion. That is not trading advice. I do not give trading advice on this channel. If you're looking for trading advice, I suggest you find a broker who can help you with that. A person-to-person broker, and those are usually reserved for the people of extremely high net worth. So with that, as you can tell, I am in the United States, and that's why we've got all these regulations that I'm going to talk about right here. So that's what that means. With that, let's go ahead and get into what we're talking about today. And the first thing I want to talk about today is, you guessed it, me. Let's see. This is my MQL5 platform. This is the Bollinger Band and RSI Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 5. As you can see, it has 9 downloads. Yay! 9 free downloads. I haven't even advertised this yet, so that's kind of encouraging. As you can see, it does do well. It doesn't trade as often as I'd like for it to, but it does do well in back testing. On forward testing, it's kind of languishing right now. It's not really, we haven't had the all the credentials come down for that yet, so we'll see what happens with that. Also, we have the Bollinger Band and RSI Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 4. Go to My Products, go to a screen you probably don't have access to. I hope you don't have access to it. This is the one for Bollinger Band and RSI Mean Reversion Pro for MetaTrader 4. And as you can see, it also does well. It does actually better than the NT5 one does. However, I am running it on my live accounts right now, and it's not traded since March, which is kind of confusing. But you know, we will be getting into the code on that later, and trying to figure out what is going on with that and why it's not going, because it should be doing some trading, in my opinion. It should be. But anyway, that is something else we're looking at right here. I also haven't looked at this in the last couple of days. So look at all that nonsense. What is going on here? This is that big red line. That's we'll talk about that in just a minute. This is my indicator that I have set up in my MT5 account, and it's interesting to see how this one's operating right now with the with all the stuff going on with the Japanese rate not increase. However, big time intervention yesterday. So we'll get into that in just a minute. That's kind of interesting for me to look at. There's a big green box right here, if you can't see it. It's for the 50% and the 61.8% retrace on this move, this monster move right here. As you can see, it turned on a dime right there, just right at the 61.8. And then continued to run. It ran a little bit more to 213.58, and now it's back up to 215.19. Yes, that's a 150 pip move just so far in today. However, that was a 600 pip move yesterday, which is colossal. So I won't be looking at that anymore. Let's go ahead and get into what else. As you can see, I have been working on these things as my GitHub at Forge is reflecting. I haven't done anything this past week, so I've been working on this. tradingforexforprofit.com. This is my website. This is the one that I've been kind of tinkering with to kind of get it to work right. I mean, tinker as in PHP because it is a Laravel-based site. I do run PHP Artisan Tinker, but not right now. It's got a whole lot of cool stuff. Let's go ahead and go to the dashboard a little bit. We have accounts. You can set up your account right here. This is where it has my live accounts and stuff of this nature. Then you can also add your account activity right here as per the event, like a withdrawal, a payout, an adjustment, a fee, or anything that might be on your statement. You can also go down here to import trades, and you can import all your trades right here. And then performance. You can also see what your performance is. That number's not accurate, but maybe a little bit accurate. Your strategies right over here. You can put in whatever strategies you're using. Then you have your pairs, settings, billings, news right here. It flashes your news right here for the dashboard, so you don't have to get into the public site unless you want to. Pairs right here. These are the currency pairs that we're looking at. And I need to give this computer too a little bit. Move this over here. Let's see. I don't think I have anything up on that one yet. Okay, but these are the pairs that we look at. Need to check and make sure that's all wired in because I'm changing APIs right now. So it's I've got a little bit of stuff over here, a little bit of stuff over there, a little bit of stuff everywhere. And you can sign in for free. You could definitely start for free, and if you like it, then go ahead and add your pro account, add your other accounts in there. If you have multiple accounts like I do, if you don't only have one account, then then you can stay with the free version if you want. You do get better tools with the pro membership and the premium membership. As soon as I get the site built out better, we'll be working more on the premium membership and adding more value to the site. So with that, that's where we are right now on that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and go to the public site. There's not a link for Market Pulse on the dashboard. How about that? We'll go to the public site and go to Market Pulse. See what the market pulse looks like. Risk off, big time risk off is what we're looking at today with the Japanese yen, the strongest of the currency pairs. No surprise there. Not with yesterday's intervention. We'll get into the bond rates and stuff like that to show you exactly what happened. And hopefully it'll reflect in the bond rates. I haven't looked at them yet, but it hopefully will reflect the Kiwi right under that, the Aussie right under that, and then after that, the British pound, US dollar, euro, Swissy, and the Canadian on the very bottom. Canadian dollar. Calendar for today, I've got some new events taking place because I have a new economic data event. We've got 11 events. 11 events are for today. We have employment cost index for the quarter from the US. We have Canadian GDP and Euro area CPI, and then the Euro area inflation rate coming out at 9 a.m. And then core inflation rate for the whole euro area. And a lot more. Revised. Look at all this. Got all sorts of new economic data coming out. Everything's coming out all throughout the day today. Economic employment cost, wages, employment cost, benefits. How about that? Whole bunch of new stuff today. So if you ever wondered what was going on in the world, now you can find out. Got a whole bunch of new economic releases today. So a whole bunch of news. We'll see how that works. What else have we got going on? After that, well, let's get into some charts. That is the euro versus the dollar. I was looking at that earlier. I don't want to look at that anymore. Let's go look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down. It's kind of trying to form a bearish pennant, bullish pennant right there, but we'll see if that continues. It looks like it's starting to fail on that a little bit. Yesterday's intervention kind of maybe put the monkey in the wrench on that a little bit. We'll see if we can get back up here, get back to around 66, and then take off from there. It's what technical analysis is saying, but I'm not sure if there are enough players in there to make that a robust technical analysis play. Bond yields, 4.671 is the United States bond yield, about the same as it has been for the last couple of days at this time. Japanese bond yield, 10-year bond yield, 2.799, coming off a little bit. I'm surprised. I was expecting to see that go up. With that, we can always come over here and look at the, you guessed it, the bond yield correlation between the dollar and the yen. Now, a lot of people have been screaming for the carry trade to be breaking down, but then those same people have been screaming for the carry trade to be breaking down for a good 6 years now. And it didn't really break down. The closest it got to completely breaking down was during COVID, during 2020. There we go. Now we're talking. For some reason, you got to click it 3 times to get that to work. As you can see, these lines are not crossing, which means the yen carry trade is alive and well. In fact, it hasn't really changed a whole lot in the past couple of days. The highest it's been is 288, and the American 10-year bond yield keeps going up. So that's what's going to keep the yen carry trade alive. Now it might mean that those carry trade or that those yen crosses, yen pairs are on sale right now. So that's how I would look at it. Yes, I think they are definitely on sale. So with that, let's come down here. I'm not placing any trades on that right now. I'm just going to wait for the dust to settle a little bit more. I might miss a couple hundred pips on that, but I will be back in the game on that shortly. Euro versus the pound. Still pound gaming on the euro a little bit. Starting to turn that whole trade right there. DXY back up to 100. Back over 100. Was down to 99.69 at one point yesterday, which is in that phenomenal move. And that's going to be it right there. Euro versus the dollar. 115. I typically don't trade on Friday because it's getting into the weekend. You got to hold your trade over the weekend, and selling the the yen pairs over the weekend is not something I would do. Euro versus the dollar right there, 115.03. Kind of a 100-pip move on that the past couple of days. Hope you profited on that. Pound versus the yen. Pound versus the dollar, again, right there. Nice big move off of 132.86 up to 134, 135-ish. 134.50. Buck and a half on that. 150 pips on that one. Over the last couple of days, that might have been a good time to get in there. Nice doji right there. Of course, looking back is 2020. Hindsight is always 2020 with this, so I did not see that doji a couple of days ago. I didn't even point it out, which is kind of neat. That I did not pay attention to that. There's another nice one that would have indicated that it was time to get in on those, and I missed those dojis. Swissy. 80.87 shows the dollar's coming back a little bit against the Swissy. Dollar versus the yen. Here we go. Let's look at that. That is it was all the way down to 158.20. It was testing 158 at one point before it bounced back. So that is the went all the way to the 2008. Oh no, that was the TJ. But the dollar versus the yen went all the way down to 158. It's clawed its way back up to 160 basically right now. So it's a 200 pip move in the last few hours. We'll see if the Japanese bank is finished. See if the BOJ is finished. If they're going to continue into today with more intervention. I'm not touching it right now because it's just a little too soon. We'll see what happens. See if the dust settles over the weekend. They typically don't go into multi-days spread out. They usually day. They usually keep it in all going in one day if they're going to intervene some more. 215.13 on the dollar versus pound versus the yen, off from 218.56. That's a 300 pip drop. And again, it's a lot of indecision going on right now. What's happening? That is what I'm seeing in that doji. We'll call that an indecision doji because no one's quite sure what's going to happen. Same thing with the euro versus the dollar, 184. CAD versus the yen, 114.11. Has nothing to do with the oil trade now. Aussie versus the yen right there at 112.50. And here we have the NYMEX crude oil at NYMEX crude oil at 84. So that means that we're going to starting to see a little bit of a doji forming right there. We'll see if that continues throughout the day. Could mean that we're about topped out on oil prices for now. That would be nice. Dollar versus the Canadian, 140. well off its 142, but still not perking up. That might be a time to see if it's going to turn around a little bit right there. Aussie versus the dollar. Not much going on there. Topping out at once, it was 70.32. That might be a time for it to see if it's going to test resistance right there. It's got kind of a clear path to 70.74, about 40 pips. We've got a lot more attractive trades out there than the Aussie versus the dollar right now. Gold 40.53. Again, not a whole lot to talk about there. Platinum 1642. So kind of meandering between 1650, 1676, and 1585. So about $100 of meandering going on in there. Palladium 1292. Again, a whole bunch of meandering going on. Silver, same thing, kind of loving the 57-58 range, somewhere in there. Right now it's at just shy of 58. Talk about software sector for a second. Got hammered yesterday. Look at that. The whole IGV was up 1.02, but HubSpot was off 7%. It's a big chunk. Salesforce is off 4%. Intuit was off 5%. GoDaddy was off 5%. Looks like money was flowing back into AI yesterday. Again, Adobe off almost 6%. And Upwork off 3% yesterday. So the software sector did not do well yesterday. Yeah, electricity rates going up. Let's talk about there. Magnificent 7 right over here. We have 63.94 right there. So it's up 2% across the board. As judging by the Mag 7 ETF. Then after that, individual stocks, we have Google. This is kind of an observance thing because it does power a lot of the stock market. Amazon up 3.9% yesterday. Apple's off 1.4%. Facebook Meta off almost 8% yesterday. Big gap right there. Look at that. Microsoft up 15%. Biggest day since 2008. A huge gap right there. What else? NVIDIA up 2.65% yesterday, and Tesla up 3.5%. SPCX is down to 1.3%. Looks like you might find just trying to find a bottom right there at 111, 112ish. So we'll see if that continues, or if it decides to continue to go up, maybe. Revenue is $4.7 billion, net loss of $4.3 billion, operating loss of $1.94 billion. But he can swing it. He's got the bucks for it to make that company work and to give it the capital it needs to survive. So I think it's going to work. But in the meantime, that is about all I've got for today. Kind of a speedy version today because I'm in a hurry. And it's Friday. I'm not anticipating any trades, but that's what I've got for today. So you guys have a great one. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you want to talk to me directly, hit me up in the comment section, and I'll be happy to talk with you. So you guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.